They're not
They,
gonna
they,
get assassinated the moment they fucking walk into
no,
the
no, they don't go straight to the detention camps, the labor camps.
Did you try resetting it?
Yeah, I did.
Also, your privacy's on private. That would be it.
Happened last time, bro.
That, bro, that's probably all it is. It's probably just because it was on private. I just noticed it.
That would be why the chat's not fucking working too.
Can you try now?
Try now.
Why are there so many high heels down here?
No.
Are these yours, Alice?
Give it a couple of seconds. Just refresh it a bit.
What?
Dom, hurry the fuck up, bitch.
RP.
Yeah, hurry up then. This is a non-toxic zone, by the way.
Try again.
Yeah. OBS, why you do this to me, bro?
YouTube, right?
Is actually just not working?
I think because when you pasted the link, just repaste the link. Because if the bot's in, it's working. You just gotta repaste the link. There you go. It's just because I think when you pasted the link,
Is it not live?
No.
Hit that pendulum cutter. Cece.
Now?
That Turkish guy got like fucking
No.
silver and shooting, bro. He just wore his like average ass.
visibility public. This is concurrent viewers 1.
0, 0, chat rate. That's live.
Oh, you're live, you're live, you're live.
Oh,
Just took a while.
wow. After some technical difficulties,
Happens every week, huh?
every single week, it changes up on me every week. This is never getting easier, really. Oh, oh, oh. Thank you for being here, my friend. Oh, all right. Let's get in. We're locked in. We're locked in.
When you search the actual YouTube channel, but it pops up if you search it in the search bar. Like you're actually going to your channel. It doesn't say you're live.
For me, it does. Yeah. It doesn't say on the actual channel, but you can see on like the videos, it will say like live on the channel thing. It doesn't say on the actual channel, but you can see on like the videos. That is weird, actually.
Yeah, because it says live here. But not here.
Interesting. We're just gonna let a few people come in. So yeah, I was talking about Robert Downey Jr. What do you think? Yeah, no.
I like him.
Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Doctor Doom.
Yeah,
Like him.
there's a lot of people complaining about it, but I reckon.
I think it's, you know what it is? It's because Marvel is losing a bunch of fucking money because they tried to be too woke the last 5 years after Endgame, and they're like, we got to get some more money back now. I'm fucking running out of cash.
It's always like that. Do you think we're too loud? Is it
No,
too
it's
loud?
fine.
All good. Okay.
I really liked, before we start being serious, I really enjoyed Deadpool. That was good.
Deadpool. Deadpool was good. Hey, will we suggest people to watch that? Yes or no?
I liked it. It
Yeah.
wasn't like amazing, but it was fun to watch.
Dominic, you got a couple fangirls. Apparently. No.
What?
No, he doesn't. They're all here for
I
Will.
don't want to.
Yeah.
They're all here for you, bro.
They're all here for Will.
But no one's seen me shirtless, so that's a lie.
But they've seen Dom shirtless.
They have not, and
No,
they will.
but see,
They will
Dom's-
never.
Dom's got the face candy.
He's got
They will
the
never.
I've got the brown paper bag type.
I'm wearing a fucking hat, bro, because my hair's
For a brown
melted, bro.
paper bag, like just
Yuck.
Oh, take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
Head down a
Mm-mm-mm.
little bit.
not live on stream.
Turn it down a little bit. Mine.
If you come to Paradigm Brown, you'll see the titties at full force.
Not mine. You will not.
If you guys remember, come after 6 o'clock, my titties will be out.
You will not see my titties at all. I will not be taking any piece of clothing off during Paradigm Brown.
I will be taking all my clothing off throughout Paradigm Brown.
Pants off too.
If they pay me.
I think the most I'll do is I'll take my socks off. You can see my ankles.
You like my ankles? You want to see my toes?
Mm.
Mic cut out, no sound. There is definitely sound, my friend. Yeah. There's definitely sound. Maybe try and turn up the volume. That might work.
Everyone's just gonna disconnect straight away.
So, we are currently here today to address some of the haters that we've got. Not haters. No, I think people are just a little bit confused, and I can understand why. But our name, Project Gacked, do you think that we are trying to encourage or we endorse people using substances? Yes or no?
Yes, do meth. Shoot up heroin. We don't care.
I think our goal has always been to destigmatize drug use. We don't necessarily condone it, but we know that it is prevalent, especially among the younger generation nowadays. And especially in Australia, when you compare, say, HSU events to events like DEF CON, Climax, Tomorrowland, all the ones overseas, you tend to hear a lot more negative things about the rave events in Australia because people tend to kind of overdo it, go a little bit too hard, too fast, especially when they don't have any experience doing it. And so all we're trying to do is just shine a light on drug use in Australia and to say, hey, we know that you're going to do it anyway, regardless of our input or regardless of it being illegal, you're still going to do it. So we just want to make sure that, one, you do it safely, two, you protect your mental health afterwards, because doing a lot of these things really does have such a profound impact on your mental health and your state of mind and well-being.
Yeah, just your life in general. Like, I guess when you've taken it too far or when you've just used it recklessly, obviously it can create a large impact in your life and your mental health as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So one thing that I wanted to go about today was maybe spending a bit more time explaining what we do, why we do it, and how we want to convey that message to a lot of the people out there that might not understand that. I think there's a lot of people in Brisbane that we might have had a chat to, and they understand quite well and quite, I guess, vividly what we're trying to do here. And I can understand why maybe the general public might not understand that quite yet. And we do post a lot of videos about partying, and we do post a lot of videos about, just raving in general and dating and etc. I think we have a much broader explanation as to why we cover all these things, and it still, to us anyway, sits under the umbrella of what Project Gacked stands for.
Yeah, I guess taking a step back and because not too many people know our origin story. Do you want to give a bit of a lowdown on how that kind of started?
That's
and how that came about.
That's crazy, because you know what? It's actually coming up to 1 year.
Of us starting Project Gacked.
It's actually coming up to 1 year.
Is
of us
it?
started. Yeah, it's technically already passed because we started making a couple of videos beforehand, and we started planning beforehand. But actually, like posting, I think it was the 8th of the 8th is our very first video on YouTube. Yeah, fully edited, or posted on YouTube. So if you haven't seen that very first video, you can check it out. It's pretty shitty, to be honest. It's pretty bad.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, I'm gonna make I actually want to.
Our videos are still shitty. It's all good.
Yeah, it still sucks. I was gonna make a montage of all the things that we've done in the last year, starting from Chongi, and even though we didn't post it, but we did the Chongi stuff, and then we did interviews with all these DJs, and we've
nothing.
Huh? We haven't done anything.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, we've done nothing. Project Gacked, honestly, doesn't really exist.
I woke up hungry. That's why.
He's hangry now. He's hungry. Go find some snacks if you want.
Alright.
So
let me hit the Benjamin actually real quick.
as he did that, I put the mic closer to my mouth, thinking that it was.
đánh mày chết liền nha. Nhanh lên. Hả? Nhanh lên.
Ow, what are you doing, man? I don't even understand what you're saying to me. Speak English.
Oh yeah, forget he's not
Nhanh
Vietnamese.
lên. Mau.
What?
Mau.
What?
Meow.
Ow!
You know he's gonna get in trouble for being the eye candy of the show. Anyways.
Pretty boy always thinks he get away with everything. Huh?
Yeah, man. He's got youngest child syndrome. So, I want to take a step into what does gacked mean. So, just in general, what does gacked mean? We've covered this before, and what do we think the general public would think gacked means if we were to say it?
Well, you see, and I think because no one knows, we actually need to go back and do our origin story. Because if
You want to go do that first?
Well,
No,
let's-
I mean just in general, like gacked, not Project Gacked, but just the word gacked. Yeah.
gacked, I think most people kind of have that connotation of just kind of you've been rolling a little bit too hard at a rave and you're feeling really munted. You've lost track of time. You've lost track of like where you are at that very given moment, and you're just lost. You're a little bit just mentally not there.
Yeah, I think also like vulnerable comes as a key word there, just because your senses are not really how they normally are, if anything. So if you were to take MDMA, your serotonin is above what it would normally be anyway.
It's through the roof.
I didn't want to say that. People might just take it now for a serotonin high.
No, well, hey, people need to know, like,
Yeah.
your serotonin goes through the roof.
Absolutely.
You're feeling really good for maybe 2 hours, 4 hours. It varies per person.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that no one ever really talks about. The come down afterwards. When you have that much serotonin, your brain is just going to stop production for the next 24, 48 hours. And then it just won't be able to produce the same amount of serotonin for even up to 6 months.
I never stop. I just took one in the toilet before.
Well, when everything that goes up has to come down, obviously.
I'm always up. I'm hard right now.
So, anyways, so now back to, I guess, our origin story. So, do you want to go first? Do you feel like, well, maybe we don't have to give the entirety of the origin story, but we can give like just before we started Project Gacked anyway, because I think that's when we all started to like really mesh with, you know, the vision of what Project Gacked was.
Well, I don't know. The way that I view our origin story was 2022. I think we were all partying separately. I think you and Dom were partying together a lot more. I wasn't a part of the group yet, and I was going through my emotions.
We picked him up on the side of the street.
Yeah, I was just a little lost puppy dog on the side of
We're driving through
Olympic Park
Macca's.
Stadium.
We were
And,
driving through Macca's. We saw this. Like, hey, what's going on, little guy?
No, he was after knockout. He was waiting for his fucking plane because he had no Airbnb.
Oh, that's
and he was sitting
right.
in Macca's, so we had to fucking take him back to our apartment.
You know, well, after a couple of events, what happened? We just started hanging out more. I was going through my emotions. I think you, Brendan, you're kind of going through your emotions as well. And we just started partying a little bit more. And I think there was just a time where we took the leap. We're just like, you know what? Do you just want a home drop? Or like maybe just drop after an event? And again, we don't condone drug use, but this is kind of how our origin story started, where, you know, as you're coming down and you're with your friends, you know, serotonin is the love drug. You know, so it's when you get into the feels, you get into the emotions, and you're really bum chummy with the people around you. And, you know, for you to actually enjoy your time whilst, you know, on MDMA, you have to be around people that you truly feel safe with, people that you feel comfortable being vulnerable around, and just people that kind of lift you up as a person, to make you feel happy, to make you feel like you're on top of the world. And I think it was just that after one of these events, I think it was like maybe Epic 2022, where we kicked on, the day after Epic.
Yeah,
And
and I put it up his butt.
yeah, we were just, playing, just poking the little bear, and then yeah, we
Is
just
that what you
kinda-
call it these days? Poking the little bear, huh?
we we sat back, and I think we DNF'd like pretty much all night, had a really good time, and
This-
especially when you're going through the motions, you kind of live for those moments, and I think that's where this idea kind of came about, where we're like, hey, we know that a lot of people, there's like 30 other thousand people that went to Epic that would be feeling the same way that we do. And I think, it'd be cool for us to be able to document it and share it with everyone.
Well, if I'm completely honest, when I first thought of Project Gacked, I thought it was going to be like David Dobrik, and I was just going to film all you guys acting like idiots. whilst you guys are high or whatever, I was going to, just film you guys. And
You were
put it out
using
in
us.
public.
You were planning to use us.
Yeah, essentially. Kind of, I guess. But here we are now, today. Something a bit more meaningful. Something a bit more down to earth is how I would like to put it. And I also just saw that a lot of people didn't really know how to be responsible. And you would assume that it's common sense, and you would think that everybody just knows how to use drugs or use substances appropriately. And unfortunately, that's just not the case, because in moments like that, you do want to maybe chase for a bit more than is really necessary. And not that we are super against that. We want everyone to have fun. We're not telling everyone to stop enjoying what they do. We're not telling people that raving's extremely bad. We're actually here for the exact opposite reason. We're here to demonstrate that we can be responsible, that raves are a safe and positive place, as they always have been. We want people from the outside society, the amount of people that would, if you were to tell somebody, for example, everybody who's in the chat, everybody who's watching right now, if you were to tell somebody who hasn't been to a rave that you go to raves and you take substances, immediately they're going to shift towards, well, this person's a bit of a dropkick, or this person doesn't really know what they're doing, or this person is most likely just completely unaware of the negative effects of the substances. And that could be true, because there's a lot of people out there who don't have the experience, and it might be their first time, and they don't know those things. But that's where hopefully our platform can kind of supply that for you guys, and supply that for the future generation of ravers that come out soon enough. And also with that, we've seen that there's a slight similarity between life and raves or drugs and substances. The comparison between the two is the vulnerability. Can you try to fill that in for me? Just
Vulnerability.
thank
There
you.
you go.
Appreciate that. My tongue's really big, so
Yeah?
yeah. So there's that little connection between the two, where at the time when I first thought of Project Gacked, I was extremely vulnerable. I just lost more money than I've ever seen in my life, really, in a short time frame. And before now, I unfortunately, Brandon is money. Like, everything I did revolved around making money or having money, or doing all those kind of things with money. Anything that revolved around wealth. That was the word I was looking for.
He would have sold me for a bit of money. That's all I'm saying. Before Brandon had his open mind
What do you mean?
revelation.
We
We-
would still pimp you out. I
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about.
To be honest,
Oh.
Dom actually came from World Vision, so I've been sponsoring him since year 6. Whenever they brought those little Caritas boxes around and I put a couple of dollars in there, it was going to hopefully him.
And now I'm here. We up, gang.
You broke, we up.
Some white guy
Yeah.
came to the Philippines, picked me up by my collar, and he's like, "You're coming home."
like a baby puppy.
Yeah,
By
you
the
got
neck,
you grabbed me
right?
by the collar, and I was like, "Go, uncle, I was gonna go," and then it just picked me up and took me on an airplane. Your
Singapore
sponsor
Airlines,
want
eh?
your sponsor wants you back.
Did you say Singapore Airlines is what you flew?
Yeah, I flew
Yeah.
Singapore Airlines.
Bro, that's kind of bougie
That's
for.
kind of expensive, no? Like, he could have chosen, like, Jetstar.
No,
Yeah.
only the best for a daddy's little boy, bro. premium economy.
We ain't flying Kansas anymore.
But yeah, so at the time, I was extremely vulnerable, and I related it to the state that you would be in if you were to take substances like MDMA and when you're at a rave. And I think we learned to accept that and kind of work around that, being able to improve and be ambitious out of those moments and try and be someone better. If you were to look at yourself the next day in the mirror, do you think you did better than the previous day or the 6 months beforehand? I've always been a naturally ambitious person, just the way I grew up and the way that I was brought up. And I wanted to be able to encourage people to keep going out there and being a better version of yourself each day. Whether I don't really care what you do it in, but it's just that gradual improvement and feeling good about progressing. Because life is about progressing. If you're not growing, you're dying, realistically, and that's truthfully. So that is more what Project Gack's about to us. And you guys might not see that because we have a lot of fun, but we also want to be that balance between fun and work, fun and, locking in and being focused and actually striving for something. Because if you really want to achieve something, you do have to put your mind to it. That's just the way we view it. A lot of people might not see that like eye to eye with us, but that's just the way that we think as a group. And if you really don't connect with us on that, then that's okay. We respect what you think and we respect how you go about your life. We're not here to tell you exactly how you should be living it. And if you don't live it our way, then you're going to go nowhere. That's not the case because we aren't perfect and we're still figuring it out for ourselves as well. But we have seen things. We talk to a lot of people. We value our network. We value the people that have been there to kind of guide us in our life and guide us in all these projects that we do. And we try and take a little bit from every single person in order to apply into our own lives and really, push us to the next level, hopefully. So, back to what I was going on about. Project Gacked. What do we do? Other than tell people, maybe like educate people about safe use of substances, what else do we do?
I don't think we tell people necessarily about these things. I feel like we just create the conversation around substances, about balance, about raves, about it's just creating the conversation. Because once the conversation's there, then it can go anywhere, and then you can delve into it more so.
I think we appreciate the input that comes from you guys. Like, yeah, as Don was saying, and I think you might say as well, it's really important when just people start talking about it, because once it becomes a little bit more normal to everybody and the people who aren't experienced, there's now information out there. There's somebody to say that this is what happened when I took it, or this is what happened when somebody took too much, and I've seen it and I've witnessed it with my own eyes, and I don't want that to happen again. Or, this is what happens if you were to take this much, or this is what I experienced, and maybe you can dibble dabble with it. Or even if you were to try it, I'm going to be there for you because I kind of know what happens, and I know that how you could possibly feel, and I'm here to support you throughout that. I think that's what we want to generate, a safe community.
I think for us, we've never been one to condone it. I think we talk a lot about our anecdotal experiences with it so that you can kind of understand our perspectives on it. It's not to say, hey, you should go and do it. We've had such a great time in it. We've all had our bad times on these substances, and like personally I have. And so it's just to make you aware that, as Brandon said, whatever goes up must come down. It's just to try and create the conversation to say, hey, it's not taboo. We don't want people to kind of do things in secret where, how many times in the past 2 years you've seen a death at transmission, a death here and there. They're just blissfully unaware of the dangers of doing drugs. And it's unless you do, have friends that are going to tell you about the dangers, about the risks, as much as there are rewards and benefits. You know, you're not going to find out otherwise. And for us, it's to just start the conversation to say, hey, you don't need to be afraid about talking about it. Because can you imagine, right? How good would it be if you could talk to your parents about using drugs? If you could talk to your parents and your parents were like, hey, I used to do that when I was younger. This is my recommendation because I know that you're going to do it regardless of what I say. And I want you to be able to do it safely. I want you to be able to call me to come and pick you up when you feel that you're not able to take care of yourself. You've lost control. I'll be there to come and pick you up. You know, that's what we want other people to do for yourself. You know, we want to have that community. We want everyone to feel safe, regardless of whatever situation they're in.
I'm not even fucking joining. Hey, which rave you at? Which rave you at?
Yo,
Let me come in, bro.
You got
Bust
some?
out my old TNs, my
Yeah.
dusty bum bag. Oh, I'm coming back in, bro.
Can you find me some? Just plug us, bro. Oh, sorry.
Dad, I don't feel so good. And you try, you're like, man, you're just weak, bro.
Hey, you go home. I'll replace you, bro. Where the baddies at?
Don't tell your mom. Don't tell your mom. All right, shh. Don't tell your mom.
But yeah.
Someone say
Did
bags.
someone say bags?
Sounds like KFC.
No more KFC. I'm done with shitting myself.
All right, fine. Hungry Jacks.
So, also with this, exploring with substances as somebody who's probably not in the rave space or not in the clubbing space, you're kind of jumping into the deep end. Like, there's no real information out there. There's no one, there's not many people as of yet who openly talk about their experience with substances because it's so frowned upon. Because a lot of people would look down upon them. Because a lot of people will judge them. And we as ravers have had such great experices with it. Oh, I shouldn't hype it up too much. Maybe I'll try not to.
you're like trying to sell Ozempic, bro. Well, I mean, I've had a really good experience anyways.
But yeah, I think because we've had good experiences with it, and we haven't really seen, well, we know how to handle the downside a little bit more than we used to anyway. That information could be valuable to somebody who doesn't know that just of yet. And we want to be able to speak about it openly so other people also feel confident and comfortable to speak about it openly.
Well, I think if everyone was to take a step back and reflect upon it, right? How did you have your first encounter with doing any illicit drugs?
So
It normally came from someone that you trusted, right?
Yeah.
Like, hopefully you didn't get your drink spiked or anything like that. Hopefully it was a friend who was like, hey, I'm smoking a bit of weed. Did you want to try some?
And that's also a big thing as well. Like, some people just fall into the bad circumstance of having substances it's completely unintentional.
Mm,
But when you are intentional with it, it creates a different environment, isn't it?
definitely.
Yeah.
And so, you kind of think back about that and you're like, hey, it was actually someone that I really trusted, someone that was really close to me. And they're obviously doing it for a reason, right? For whatever reason, that substance makes them feel a certain way. Hey, maybe I can try it just to find out, just to know. Sometimes it is really hard because, like you said, if you kind of fall into bad circumstances and let's say out of nowhere you decided to try heroin, that's a pretty deep, dark road to go down.
Just
Like- Some things,
The
some
cool
things-
kids do it, bro. Just try it.
I think for most of us, growing up in a place like Australia, we're going to be a little bit more educated than that. We're going to make smarter decisions than that. But something like, you're seeing in Thailand, marijuana is legal.
yeah.
Same as in the United States, Certain
Certain
drugs
areas.
will, have different sort of effects and of different severities. But for the most part, it's just, you're going to be subject to it. You're going to be exposed to it regardless. It's just up to you to be able to make your own informed decisions. Because at the end of the day, it's always going to be with your consent. You've got to be the one to say, hey, I want to put this pill in my mouth. I'm going to swallow it. I want to put this joint in my mouth. I'm going to breathe it in. It's always just, hey, make the best decision that you can for yourself at that point in time. And it's going to be the only way that you can learn. Because you're never going to know how it's going to affect you, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, if I smoke weed, I'm skitzing out. I'm not going to have a good time. And
Yeah.
I know that I need to steer way clear of that.
I've seen him. He smoked one joint and he
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Wait, would alcohol count as a drug too as well?
Alcohol is a drug.
It's a drug, right?
It's a
Yeah, it's a
substance,
substance, right? Yeah, exactly.
And look how normal it is.
It's super normal.
it's
It's,
sup-
super
yeah.
normal for what do you call it? A divorced dad drink Bundy on the weekend and punch on, but it's not okay for me to smoke weed and chill out and talk about my feelings at 3 a.m.
And maybe watch Inception.
Yeah.
What?
Or it's like
What's with you?
here's probably everyone's first experience with it. Have you ever hurt yourself? You've gone to the doctor. You've had some Panadine Forte. You've been really sick, and you've been given, was it Benadryl or what's the one?
Benzodiazepine.
Benzodiazepine.
What is that? What is that?
For your cold, bro.
You've got a persistent cough, and you've been given Vicodin, right?
Man said, you got that cold, bro? Here's some fucking...
What is that? What does that do?
Bro. That knocks you fucking straight out, dog. Here's
No,
some
but-
benzos, bro.
But you've been given Vicodin, right? And it's like, holy moly, you're getting analgesics, and those things, analgesics are drugs that are going to make you feel really good. They're going to get rid of your pain, but you're going to make you feel really good. And I think when you're young, you get exposed to those things, and you feel a certain way, but you're unaware of what it is that it's doing to you and your body. But because the doctor recommended it to help you overcome this flu, you're not going to think twice about doing it.
That's exactly the same as like people going with like ashwagandha, and ashwagandha is like extremely natural, but at the same time, the information around it, even if it were to tell you like there's negative downsides of, no longer feeling emotions or not being able to express yourself as much as you normally can, people still take it because they want the upside to it, correct? Like a lot of people are looking at the testosterone boost that it gives you, or the other positive impacts that it could take. And this is on a much lower scale of the whole, supplements and substances, etc. It's meant to be all natural. It is all natural, sorry. But someone can tell you that there's going to be a downside to something, and someone can tell you that there's going to be an upside to something. And once again, it is you making your own informed decision. Someone has told you, and someone has expressed how they feel about it and what their experiences is, and you still decide to do it or take it however you wish. And that's what we produce here. We produce the conversation. We collect the information. We collect everybody's experience on comments. We collect people's experience, and we hopefully make it into content for you guys to digest and watch and see how it can relate to you. And maybe if it can give you, it could even give you a warning. It could tell you like, hey, if I was going to take this and I have extremely high blood pressure or some shit, you'd be able to look into that and actually search it up and find out for yourself.
I mean, if you think that we're drop kicks, then it could tell you, hey, maybe just don't do drugs, kids.
That's for real. And I think this also expresses how we are not just drop kicks. Like, for people who take substances, we actually like to research and do all this study about what we take and what we use and what we put into our bodies. If you were to look at us outside of all this content and all this raving, we spend a lot of time doing our research on cryptocurrency, or we have jobs. We still have professions outside of this. Dom's still learning how to edit as he goes. He's studying. Everyone has their own life story behind the scenes, and you might see us as just ravers. Recently, I just posted that video about people their trait is just being a raver, I don't mind it. I think it's perfectly okay for you to express that you love raving. I think that's fine. And I want more people to understand that raving is not your personality, though. It's you are a person who loves going to raves, but you as an individual is so much more than that. You don't just go to rave. You don't want to go to your local train station and meet with somebody for the first time and be like, hey, I'm David and I love hardstyle.
What are you, autistic? Like trains.
Yeah. Like, imagine going to a restaurant and someone's like, oh, what do you do? I love hardstyle. Like, come on, man. Like, You have to have a little bit more to that. Like, I don't even mind if you worked in the industry of hardstyle. Hey, I'm a videographer and I film DJs at hardstyle events. I'm a content creator that works around hardstyle. You know, that's what I mean. It's got a little bit more body to it other than just I love hardstyle. I hack.
You sound like a real simpleton if you say that.
Well, it's like when we were talking to Marcus from the Tweakers. Hey, what do you do for fun? Oh,
Yeah.
I like to play video games.
I play video games. Yeah, you know, you have hobbies. You have hardstyle to us is more of a hobby, preferably over our characteristic. It's completely different, and a lot of people have maybe not angrily. I read it as angrily. That's naturally how I perceive things, unfortunately. But when I read comments and people were to say, "Hey, like your name's Project Gacked. What do you mean you don't like us? You know, trying to love hardstyle or whatever." Or you know, what was that one? Someone commented.
No, they were saying. So one of the comments was because I posted. You posted that video.
You posted it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it was about hardstyle or raving being your only personality trait, and then a lot of them commented, "Well, isn't your channel called Project Gacked?"
Which
And-
is rave focused, yes.
Which is fair enough.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
I understand that part, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you reckon Gordon Ramsay doesn't have any other, things to do other than just cook?
I heard he's part of some charity.
Oh, there you go.
He also does a lot of cycling.
Oh, there you go. See,
I
you
did-
would
I
never
did
know
hear
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah, so
did
he
hear
was a
that.
cycler. He does a lot of cycling, and he got hit by a car.
It's
and
like
that
you,
was he did a little heartfelt message to wear helmets for when you ride a bicycle.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Because his whole ribs were like
Yeah.
fully bruised, like his
it's
whole torso.
it's like the Food Channel puts out food videos. You wouldn't see them put out like live leak videos. You know what I mean?
No. Yes, definitely not.
well,
I would be
You know-
concerned
you
if
know-
they did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and I think this is what Brandon was talking about earlier
My
today
nuts
with
hurt.
us, and it's that we're trying to go through a bit of a redefining moment where we're trying to say, hey, Project Gacked is more than just raves. You know, it's something that we still do very much enjoy. It's something that we still want to create content around and still kind of, follow and be part of the scene of. But it comes back to our origin story and what the original meaning of Gacked was. And that was to feel lost. And, when you're feeling lost in your deepest, darkest moments, it's really hard to find that guiding light to lead the way for you out of, when you're feeling down. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to create content around topics, experiences, perspectives, things that people go through with everyday life and that, we often struggle with, and to try and show you the different perspectives of, the many different people that we come across to see how they overcome the challenges and obstacles within their life.
Yeah, and if you look at some of our interviews previously with a lot of the DJs that we have interviewed or just the people that we have interviewed, we like to see what kind of path they're taking in their life. When we look at somebody who's achieved success, we want to be able to, I guess, translate what they say and then make it digestible for all of us to understand. If, how they did it, what kind of work they put into it, what decisions did they have to make, what kind of sacrifices did they make to get to where they're getting. I think there's so much more to how we perceive and view life that we probably don't understand just yet. And hopefully by talking to these people, they'd be able to give us some insight as you would with somebody who, like a mentor. If someone to mentor you and they give you their experience and how they did things and how they went about things to do what they do, you'd take that information in. And all we're doing here as Project Gacked anyway is being able to present that information to you so you guys can understand and maybe learn from it as well. Now, another thing that I wanted to say is life is about perspective. When something happens, the way that you look at it could be like that singular thing could be seen in so many different ways. So for example, with our comments, all right, somebody were to say, if someone can tell me I love Taylor Swift, then I can tell them I love hardstyle too, right? When I read that initially, my perspective is that they're upset, that they're not happy, and they want to take a shot at us because, you know, we're saying that no, you can't be a hardstyle purist or whatever, or, you know, your personality can't be of full hardstyle. But if someone else were to read that with a different mindset and a different perspective, they might read it as encouraging and supportive.
I thought that was positive.
That's what I mean. Yeah. See.
I thought that comment was positive.
Yeah. That's what. So, two different people read the exact same comment, and the perspective is completely different. When you look at a word like gacked, okay, it's perceived very negatively from the get-go. For someone who understands the word anyway, you'd look at it and you assume all the worst things, really. You assume someone being extremely sloppy. You perceive some or expect somebody to be either like fucking like knocked out on the ground, maybe on a stretcher or something like that. Our job here, or our mission here eventually, is to give that word gacked a much more positive light. You know, when you hear the word gacked, it's more the sensation of being free, maybe, you know, being socially accepted, you know, not worrying or not caring about the judgment. When you're at a rave and you've dropped, you don't really care if your shirt's off. You don't really care about what someone is thinking behind you. You're just in the moment, listening to the music, you know, feeling and expressing yourself however you wish. And that's really how society should be. We don't really want to be going outside and behaving a certain way because I'm scared that Joe Blow down the road is going to tell me how I should live it, and they're not going to be happy with that. Or, you know, I'm going to make sure that I present myself a certain way and I talk to somebody a certain way because I don't want them to think bad of me. There's a much deeper spectrum to that, or a much more wider spectrum of that, but I'm sure you can catch my drift. Catch my drift? Fuck. Sorry, me and no speak English. But that's where we come from. That's why our name is Project Gacked. It's not to encourage people to do certain things. We just want people to enjoy life and live life happily and continuously progress, keep learning, keep growing, keep being a better person, keep meeting new people, keep enjoying the company that you have, maybe understanding which people to put around you, you know, which ones are safe for me to have around and which ones might be a bad influence. That's what we've done here. Us 4, 5 people, you've seen up to 10 people already on Project Gacked itself. You know, those people, we've decided to be around each other. We've decided to sit here on a couch together and be friends because we respect where each of us come from and each of ours vision. So I hope that gives you some insight as to why our name's Project Gacked and what we plan to do to a bit more of an extensive talk.
Quick elevator pitch. You got like 20 seconds, 30 seconds to tell someone on an elevator what Project Gacked is. Go.
Project Gacked is here to redefine the word gacked.
Oh! 30-second pitch.
Oh no, you go. Oh,
30-second pitch. Go.
Wait. Can I do mine again after?
Go.
Oh shit. Project Gacked is a content creation channel that revolves around raving and compares it to life so people can digest the content and hopefully learn themselves. Tag.
Hey, I think at Project Gacked, we're just trying to use the analogy of the word gacked, the feeling of being lost in life to shit.
Yeah, it's hard when you're on the spot.
It is
eh?
hard,
Yeah.
huh? I can't think of the words. They just don't come to me. I need a dictionary.com.
Yeah. All right, your turn.
Hey, look.
We'll work on this.
We will work on this.
We'll work on this, okay?
Look, at the end of the day, we're just trying to disseminate a lot of information about the everyday struggles of life and what we do to overcome them. In hopes that you can find out your own solution to dealing with whatever it is that you have to deal with.
Including substances or etc. Really, Project Gacked is not really even about raving, to be honest. Like, can I say that? I guess it is.
You're the boss.
Yeah, we're gacked right
You
now.
could be whatever you could be whatever you want it to be. You could be a unicorn and
Technically, we
shit.
are gacked. Yeah, I wouldn't even say that Project Gacked is purely about raving anyway. I think it just starts from raves. Like, we all rave and we enjoy raving, and that's why a lot of rave content or a lot of festival content comes out. But Project Gacked is actually very far from just being a rave channel. It just happens to include rave people in it, if that makes any sense.
I think
Yeah.
we just like to talk and have a conversation and have fun with each other and with the guest.
Yeah.
And we like to create the conversation around certain topics like substance use, like raves, or like your path in life, or how you grew up, family, friends, dating. We just like to have a chat, create the conversation, have fun along the way. And you know what? If we have a mind revelation left or right, one or two,
I think one of the things that we did miss, and it just came to me,
Keep going,
I had a
yeah.
realization. I think what we were trying to also do was to shed a light on the people that go to raves, to say, hey, not everyone that goes to raves and, you know, they do drugs, they're not all drop kicks. A lot of these guys work in corporate finance. Like, how many jokes you hear about, you know, all the financial advisors just doing coke or whatever, bankers, that
Real
sort of
estate
thing.
agents.
Real estate agents, that sort of thing. Everyone's gonna do drugs regardless, and so do people at raves. But hey, we're not all drop kicks. A lot of these guys that we've met, the DJs, you know, if you're doing millions and millions of views to Spotify, can you imagine how much they're getting paid to go and, you know, play their music at a rave? That sort of thing. Even the people that attend it, you know, a lot of those guys will be, you know, either in uni or they're in a profession, in a job. You'll see TikToks nowadays of doctors going to raves and openly saying, hey, I do drugs at a rave. You know, people that go to raves, they've got a life, they've got a career, they've got a profession, they're very passionate people. One of the things that they're passionate about, one of the biggest hobbies, is going to raves where they're able to kind of just shut out all the noise for one day and to just really enjoy themselves. Because life's hard. You have to work for the rest of your life. You got to make money. You got to do all those things for just one day. You can shut it all out and just enjoy yourself. And so, you know, to kind of take a step back and say, hey, we're all human beings. We all go through our moments in life. We created Project Gacked to say, hey, not everyone that goes is a dropkick. Everyone's got a life. We want to celebrate all the achievements and all the things, all the successes that everyone has done.
Yeah, we just got a comment actually from somebody. And if you have anything that you would like to say, please drop it down below. I'm sorry that we're not responding as much as we normally do right now. I think we just really want to get our message across to everybody so you can kind of understand. And hopefully we don't get as many comments saying that we're Project Gacked. Why are we telling people not to be gacked? I don't mind.
we lost 2 viewers.
We don't really care. But yeah, if you want to, drop it down below. Zagged. Is it zagged? Dude, why'd you name yourself after a shit kick?
Like zag kicks.
Zag kicks. I swear to God, people that don't go to raves look down upon me bad. Yeah, so I think that's a really big thing where a lot of people who don't go to raves normally, as soon as you say that you go to raves, they just assume the worst of you. They assume that you're not doing anything, you don't know what you're doing, your whole personality is just a raver, you just love hardstyle, you're the guy in his fucking Golf R going to Glen Waverley with his windows down, fucking pumping, what? Warface. Hee hee. You know those people who sit in their car, like driving up Sunnybank rooftop, and they've got their freaking speakers on max?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I think
No, I'm just kidding.
Zag, you don't have to worry about it. You know why? Because at the end of the day, the only difference between raving, which is looked down upon, and clubbing is raves are literally just got more lasers and they could be outdoors.
Exactly. Actually, and at clubbing, you got more sleazy men
Who
everywhere.
who drug your drinks.
That's crazy, actually. Yeah. Have you ever heard of a story at a rave where someone spiked you at a rave?
No, but I'd want them to. Free drugs.
Yeah. It would be nice if someone spiked me at a rave. I would actually wouldn't mind. No, I'm just kidding. Don't spike me at a
Don't
rave.
spike me too,
Please,
please.
do not spike me at a rave.
Unless it's good.
No more spiking. If you start spiking at raves, it's game over for raving.
I want to get the dog. I'm not distracted.
I'm gonna sit here for a second. Let's have a little. Today's actually my 3-year anniversary with my partner. He's a super nice person, and I'm so glad that you guys respect that. I'm just kidding. My partner is a woman. You guys thought. Oh, we have dogs now.
It's a puppy stream now. Dogs are therapy dogs. All dogs are therapy dogs.
We
I'll
got
put that out.
we got IT in the back. You can almost see his butt crack. Are you looking for a charger? Now, another thing that I'd like to address. A lot of people, I guess we kind of have already addressed this, but I just want to get your perspective. I want to get what you guys have to say about it. When someone says you guys are Project Gacked, so you can't make videos about anything else other than raves. Like, if you were to come onto the Project Gacked page and we're talking about life, we're talking about, we're talking about experience that we just had, such as someone's just broken up with somebody else, or someone's gone out to try and pick up, or, they're trying to improve themselves so they can, date a bit more, and hopefully find love. Like, that's the whole purpose of going out there. The dog's going nuts. Maisie.
Maisie gone?
Oh, my ADHD is fucking firing right now.
Sorry, I got distracted.
But yeah, so when someone were to say that you as a rave channel cannot post anything else other than raves, what do you guys think? And why do we post other things about raves? Why would you say that? We've already kind of covered it, but let's make it super concise for everybody to kind of get the message.
You see socials, right? And everyone on TikTok. A lot of people just want to post things that they're passionate about. And I think for us, when we go to a rave, we want to be surrounded by people that are there to enjoy themselves, have a good time, and to not focus on all the nitty-gritties that are not important. And so I think for us, we're just trying to spread positivity. We want everyone to have a good time, whether it's at a rave or in life. We just want you to be happy. We want you to focus on the really important things that really matter. So I think that's what we're trying to do with our content.
It's our channel. It's our channel. You can do whatever you want with your channel. I'll post my nutsack photos on the channel. I don't care. It's
Which
our
you have
channel.
to pay for.
Which you have to pay for.
Which you have to pay for.
At the end of the day, it's our channel.
Fair enough.
I'm kidding. No, but in all honestly,
Drop the spatula.
it is this. I don't think there was a requirement when it came to signing on for TikTok or Instagram that once you firmly put yourself in this genre, you can't post anything else. At the end of the day, as I said before, we're just trying to create the conversation when it comes to different topics. Family, your career, your life, raving, substances. As long as we have fun talking about it, and yeah.
This is the way that we want you guys to think as well.
Fuck them. Fuck you.
Look,
Are you stupid?
all I'm going to say is
Sorry.
none of us here have had an Ava Tyson moment, alright? So
Oh, we just
don't
we just
cancel
lost
us.
like two views because of that.
Who's Ava Tyson?
The Mr. Beast dude.
Chris?
Oh, is it Chris? Ava. It's Ava now.
Oh, my bad.
I
No, I
don't
thought it was
give a
Chris.
fuck.
I thought, isn't it Ava?
I don't know.
I thought she changed the name to Ava.
Is it? I don't know. Maybe I'm not up to date with that.
Look, regardless, we're playing within the rules. We're not doing anything wrong. There aren't any rules that say that we can't do different bits of content.
You guys seem
Dom's
really
right.
passionate about this.
Oh, it's not me. It's just Dom.
Yeah.
It's just
You sounded.
It's hot in this room, isn't it?
Hey, Dom. Can you give a quick flex?
No, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Look, this man's arms are huge, and all I'm saying, I wouldn't fuck with them.
It's. I'm just sitting closer to the camera. That's all. It's an illusion.
I think also like I feel like that's the way that I want other people to think out there, and hopefully you guys watching it one time. When you see something or when you view it, you don't have to view it so like negatively. It doesn't hurt at all to be positive about something. It doesn't hurt at all to be supportive or encouraging about somebody else's project. If you feel like you've missed the boat and you're a bit jealous, that's on you. You should have taken the opportunity. That is like by all means, like we do what we want to do because we enjoy it, and we continue to push for more because we see the potential in it, and we want the more people that see what we have to say. That means they push it out. The algorithm pushes it out to even more people who might want to hear what we have to say. When I was a kid and I was in the position that I was in, I wish that there was somebody out there saying what we had to say. Not because I was taking a fuck ton of drugs, but even in the position that I was in, my parents essentially had me boxed in this cage, as bad as that sounds, and they might not like to hear that, but they were overprotective of me, and I had I have a lot of trauma from back then. I could say that my childhood could be quite devastating if you guys were to hear it. And I wish that there was somebody out there that even I didn't know that just had some words of encouragement for once, or just had some positivity to throw at me in order for me to just see that there was hope. I had to find hope myself, and we're giving hope out to you guys for free. And you guys are telling us that we should stop. You're telling me that if there was a 12-year-old kid on the other side of the screen that I'm making content for, and he were to see it, and he became the best version of him after that I'm not going to take that chance? Like, I would happily, even if you were come up to me and you were to ask me for help, or you ask me for some advice, I would give you the best advice I could possibly give, because I want you to succeed. We doing what we do is not stopping you from doing what you have to do at all, not at all. And I'm not angry, but I'm just so like bamboozled by how many people are so negative about what we produce without even like taking into account that it has no effect on them at all. I understand if I was giving a review on your business and I said your business sucks. If I said it sucks, it's probably honest anyway, but it has no impact on you. It really doesn't. Like, that's probably the only scenario that I can think of that it might have it's like them saying the orbit key nest sucks because it doesn't even fucking fit anything. Well, that's why they made a version 2. They fixed it. And I didn't buy that. But you see, like, all this is like constructive criticism anyway. Like, we don't mind you giving us like valuable opinions, but at least make it like warranted. Yeah.
Rant over.
That's my little rant.
Okay.
I feel like that was not planned at all. I felt something and I had to say it.
Oh.
That's crazy. Yeah, but we're gonna post whatever the fuck we want. We're gonna keep doing whatever the fuck we want. You guys have no control over that, And if
Spread eagle, baby. I'm gonna spread eagle, baby. I'm gonna post videos, stories, videos, stories, even more.
You see this dog? Be like this dog. Alright?
Clueless.
Be happy, clueless. If you want to listen, listen. If you don't,
Honestly,
doesn't matter.
you ever think about it? It'd be so much better if you didn't gain consciousness. Like, if you're just a dog, you just eat food, lick people's asses and shit, and just play around. God, life is so good.
It probably is. Like, the simpler you keep life, the more fun.
That's
it
why
really
I
The
like-
more blissfully ignorant you can be.
That's
the
why I
better
like
life
being
will be.
stupid, bro.
Yeah,
My IQ's like below. It's like sub 100, and I'm fine with that.
I agree.
You know what I mean? I'm happy.
I agree that your IQ is sub 100.
Hey, that was a hyperbole. All right. Jesus.
Just in case
Jesus,
if
dude.
it wasn't abundantly clear that his IQ was below 100,
We just
you now know.
you guys know for sure.
That was a hyperbole. All right, leave me alone.
But yeah, we're gonna continue to post whatever we
It's
want to
higher than
post.
that.
And if you actually listen or watch our content, you'd see that it's beneficial for everybody, not just us. It's not just like, even if someone was to make content for you, they're not making content like specifically just for you. Like, they probably enjoy making that content. That's why they make it. That's the whole point of this thing. That's the whole point of YouTube and TikTok. That doesn't make any sense. How can you tell somebody to say, like, oh, you can only post this because I don't like seeing the other stuff? Then don't fucking watch it, you idiot.
Whoa, all right, calm down.
Look, I think at the
Don't
end of
take
the
this
day,
away.
there's a reason why we're not trying to make content where we're going out to do controversial things. We're not doing pranks or things like that.
I'm trying to
Like,
find pedophiles.
If we wanted to be, if we wanted to go fight pedophiles and knock them out for 40k, or if we're gonna try and be an Aussie bro squad, sure, right? Give us shit then. But at the end of the day, we're making the content that we want to make. We're just doing this for us. We're not doing it for anyone else, just for us.
Shout out to my boy Featuring, who's been posting like TikTok dances. I love it. I really enjoy it because for once, like another person is doing other stuff and no one is actually hating on it. Just unfortunately, it's getting much less views than what he was posting beforehand. So you might want to change it up a little.
Don't worry, Featuring. I'll still want to see you at a rave. But oh my
love
God,
you,
this
bro.
guy that used to blow up
Oh.
during COVID, and now he's nothing.
But we're all here to support each other. We're all here to support each other. So if you're going through
kidding,
a
I'm
tough
kidding,
time,
I'm
my
kidding,
boy,
I'm kidding,
we're
I'm
here
kidding,
for
I'm
you.
kidding, I'm kidding. We're nothing too. I can't say shit.
Yeah,
That's
we-
like Pod calling Kettle Black. I
Yeah,
can't say shit.
We have like negative followers. We really don't have any ground to stand on. But just know that we're all here for each other. We're all here to support each other. We support your endeavors. We support whatever you want to do as long as it's morally just. Just remember, after all this, it has to be morally just. We're not supporting you going to stab somebody because he stole your cap. All right?
Is that because you saw the stabbing in Springvale?
Yeah. Dude, all I'm saying, man, is I don't think it's probably no, it's not right at all to bring out a machete after somebody's trying to take your jacket. Even if someone were to steal your girl,
Nah, bro. Prison rules.
yeah, true. Yeah, watch out.
I'm a nice cuddly teddy bear online, but in real life, I'm scary as fuck, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with him.
Yeah. Don't fuck with me, huh? Don't fuck with me. You're my bitch. I'm kidding.
Where's your pocket?
Hold on, pocket. Hold it. I'm kidding. Sorry, my tism. I let my tism out for a little bit. I don't know where that came from. Sorry, guys.
Is there anything else that we should probably include here? I don't know. It's like when you pack, when you pack for a trip, and you just feel like you've missed something, but you really haven't missed anything. Is there anything
think
else that we should clarify here?
Maybe for a little bit, I think the plan might be we'd like to get into the more serious topics and not just post things just because it'll do well. Like, I think Will and I had a conversation about before coming here about delving into some of the topics that we actually want to talk about, like real estate. Wait, yeah, no, as in like the affordability of houses and how that impacts us all, because we're all young people. I think we do have a lot of fun talking about raves because it's what brings us together. But at the same time, I think it is still really fun and productive to talk about other topics like the housing crisis,
cost of living, how to
Cost of
save,
living,
how to be financially responsible. I think this is a perfect transition, and the reason why I've wanted to make this abundantly clear is because we actually want to share more information than what we're actually sharing at the moment, and we've gone through that phase where we've posted just to get more views, or we've posted just to have more people share what we have to say. And I think there's we actually appreciate the more meaningful side of life, if I were to put it quite bluntly. Like when we talk amongst ourselves normally, we don't really talk about really shallow things. We like to talk about how life's going and how we can progress or how we can move forward, and maybe what are some things we can do to set us up, set all of us up together in a good spot, so we don't have to stress in the near future. Because time moves by really fast, and we're getting progressively older as time goes by as well, and we want to achieve things, and we want to do things, and we want to live good lives, and we hope that you guys can kind of take something from it. when we make content, it's not always just for you. Remember that we make content for ourselves as well. It's a good reminder for us when we have to say it and we have to speak it and we have to act that way. When we say something, we want to show you guys that we do it and we're not just blabbering out of our mouth. You know, we actually live these things that we talk about. And hopefully, as we produce more content, you guys get that and you guys understand that. I think I've said hopefully like 8 times.
No more shallow content.
No more shallow content.
For
But
now.
maybe the dating stuff.
now.
We have somebody who's going through a lot of dating stuff at the moment.
Man, so smooth.
Yeah, we have somebody, and you know, be ready for some future content on the way about how you can improve your dating score.
What's like a BMI?
Nah, look,
Dating score is like a.
I think it's easy for Brandon to say this because he saw me go through my phase. Because it was 3 years where I was single, and he probably
Yeah.
saw me go through
Yeah, I
a
went.
lot of different girls,
Yeah.
and I think
Man's ran through.
hey man,
That's one way. To
I
put
wasn't some cheap hoe, all right. I didn't give it out that easy. I'll put
Actually,
that out there.
He had a couple opportunities where it was actually free for the taking, and he didn't take it.
All I'm gonna say is when
I'm one for the boys.
when you're single and you don't know what it is to, I guess, date, and you don't know how to go about it, you can actually learn a lot of things from that. Like, I think one of the things that I learned the most was how to be confident and how to be confident within yourself.
It's not even just dating, like fresh dating, like dating out of a relationship after you've just been like absolutely stripped
Yeah.
down bare.
Or like how to deal with your mental health, how to deal with, how to be okay with being alone. It's really hard. It's going and taking yourself out to eat at a restaurant by yourself is actually something that's really hard to do. Going to the movies by yourself, going to
The movie's one too far, bro. You might as well watch it on ymovies.cc.
Don't expose a plug.
But all I'm gonna say is,
Take it down.
there's a lot of things that come with, say, dating, and although it might be a little bit shallow, we're hopefully gonna teach you all the other aspects around it that can have much more profound impacts on the rest of your life, on the other areas of
The
your
reason
life.
why dating's so shallow is because normally to improve, it's like fixing up your appearance and maybe being financially,
Get a
smart,
rollie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Get some abs. Show some tits.
no,
Yeah.
but it's like
winning.
I wasn't the most attractive person, but there's other ways that you can be attractive.
He had a washboard abs, and he's trying to say he wasn't trying.
They were rock hard, bro. It's like
Yeah.
No, but hey, look.
mm,
There's things that you can do. There's skills that you can learn. You learn how to look after yourself. Because being attractive isn't just, you can go to the gym. You're going to have to learn how to look after yourself. Your skin, your
Skincare.
face,
Dude.
your health.
body odor.
Supplements, body odor.
Some specific ethnicities need
No,
to learn
but-
about this.
When you do... No. But here's the
Which we
thing.
will not specify.
Here's the thing. It's like, as much as it might be shallow to do those things, how good it makes you feel is what's important. You do those things to not just chase after the opposite sex. You do it to make yourself feel better, and that's how you learn to become more confident. That's how you learn. That's how you create your aura.
Dude,
It literally is.
should we do a series on how to improve your aura?
Man, I shaved my head bald.
Max aura.
That is an aura builder.
Virus, take notes. Shave your head.
Shave your head, bro. All I'm saying, okay, in terms of dating, is fat guys still pull bitches because they know how to be funny.
Yes, that is very true.
Hey man, and I'm gonna say fat dudes probably know how to cook too because they didn't get that big by themselves.
You
know?
see, so it's not
Actually, no,
always.
they did get that big by themselves, but they didn't get it without,
Fat guys probably know the best places to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I mean. There's a way to present yourself in the whole dating scene in life. If you want to be more presentable for a job, there's also a level of confidence, a level of speech, even the way that you talk, the way that you hold your body high. However it is, there's so many aspects to life that you just completely overlook when you're not aware of it.
Show me. Good, Brennan.
G'day, the Dom. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. You here for the job interview?
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
Why are you so stupid? Pretend we're having. Pretend
That's
I'm
a bad interview. That's a
Okay,
bad
alright.
interview.
Pretend that you're coming in for an interview.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm the boss. All right. Knock on the door. Come in.
Hey, Dom, how you going, mate?
Hey, g'day, Brandon. I talked to you on the phone this Arvo.
Yeah, this Arvo. I talked to you.
Shut up.
I haven't done a job interview for a
Try
while.
again.
I'm getting
Yeah,
a bit.
dude.
I'm getting a bit
Okay,
sweaty.
alright,
Yeah, you
okay,
go.
okay, all right. Knock on. Come in.
Hey, Dom. Nice to meet you. I'm Will.
Oh, g'day, Will. I think we talked on the phone earlier today.
Yeah, we talked on the phone. So it's just
Nice
from.
handshake.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah,
Bit
soft
firm.
hands.
Wait until
No, no. It was lovely to meet you today. I'm
Yeah.
looking really. I'm looking forward to this opportunity, and I just want to learn more about.
Stripping.
What a heavy.
So you're coming in today for the entry level stripping position.
Yeah. So I'd like to know. What does a normal day look like?
Well, mate, around here in the office, we wake up around say 7 or 8, do a bump,
PM.
clock on, and then we put on a lot of clothes because the part of the job is to take them off.
Yep.
And then by lunchtime we get some GYG and go to the gym as a group because we know communal activities and we want to burn and lose the weight. And then at night time we're working, guys. So we go to the hens parties, the gay clubs, and we try to sell our bodies for money. So and then we clock off about 2 or 3 in the morning.
Cool. So I'd like to know, right? So for the strippers that you have found that were really successful in this position, what sort of skills did those candidates have?
Sucked real good. They really
sucked.
lick the plate clean.
Yeah, and then so what's your vision for the business over the next 5-10 years? Because I'm all about longevity with my career, and I'd like to see it progress.
Well, mate, you ever heard of McDonald's?
Yeah.
My plan, my idea, my dream is to make this company the next McDonald's. I want a male stripper in every corner of the street. I want them in playgrounds.
Bro, we're getting cancelled straight up.
I don't know. I thought we were gonna get cancelled last week.
So, welcome to Ram Branch.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Oh Jesus. That was under the pump.
We should do some more.
We should do some more reenactments. Hey, yeah, some role play. I love role play.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'm super down for role.
I like role play. It's good.
I love it.
Can I be Optimus Prime?
Can you do it? Can you do it?
As you can see, we're all just goofballs. We're all just trying to have fun.
We lost all of them.
Yeah, everyone's just left.
They're gone. The Optimus Prime didn't do it for them, bro. Well, that concludes what we're doing for this week. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, well, I guess on our socials, we'll pop some questions through. We really want your engagement and your input on some topics, and at least hopefully we can think of some more important things that maybe you guys might enjoy a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I had a, you know how Will wants to do like segments, and I had a thing that grinded my gears this week, but I forgot about it. Fuck.
Just let it cook.
Save
Here,
it up.
here.
I'll save it up.
Let it cook.
Ah,
I get it.
fuck.
Let it cook.
I get it.
Wow, what did grind my gear today? No, this week. It was this week.
Oh, something that grinded my gears this week.
Yeah, go.
I was driving back from Chinchilla, and on the way back from Chinchilla, there was this truck that normally transport animals, right? And there's no overtaking lane at this point in time.
Is it one of those
In
like
the-
road trains?
No, not really. Just a normal truck. Just normal transport truck.
Like with cows and shit?
Yeah, but there's no animals in this one.
Cattle
It-
truck.
yeah,
Empty
it's the
cattle
one with
truck.
like the fencing that.
You see their legs, right?
Yeah. So it was that one, and then I'm driving behind it, and all this like dust and shit is all just like dried up shit is just going on my car, and I'm driving behind it, and there's no overtaking spot, and then I go to overtake it, and it speeds up. So then I have to just fucking like just have to sit there.
That's crazy, but they have that many seatbelts for all those animals.
That's crazy, right? That's insane. But yeah, that
Grinded your gears this week.
Nothing that I want to share, but yeah, maybe I don't have this one for this week.
Fuck! I had it on my tip of my tongue.
I wonder if you can angle this.
I don't know. I forgot. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well,
Next time.
that's Project Gacked Couch Surfing for this week. Nice and short, nice and simple. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate everybody who has been here and has been fully supportive of what we've been doing, and you know it means a lot to us. Even if you're not on this couch talking, you still are a really big part of what we have to do here. So I'm eternally grateful, really. And we're going to keep going. A lot of people have been trying to say, Brandon, don't give up. I don't know why. I don't know if it looked like I was about to give up, but I've had more people in this last week tell me not to give up than I have had the entire year that we've been making content.
Hey, don't give up.
I don't know. I swear, I didn't even look like I was giving up.
Okay, man.
You've busted out more content than we really have this whole week.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've
I've had a spare moment. I was like, oh shit, great.
That was crazy, man. Like,
Yeah.
you're going insane. So
what can I
yeah,
say?
I really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys have just joined recently, check out the entire recording on YouTube. It stays recorded. You can literally just go directly and watch the rest of this sit down podcast live stream. Thank you so much. I'm Brandon.
I'm Will.
Optimus Prime.
This is Dominic.
Never
and,
back. Never, I never back down. Never what? Do you know that? Nick A30?
No.
Never back down, never.
Isn't he gay?
And
Never
for more
give up.
cringe talk.
Isn't he gay?
Nick A30?
Yeah.
He's not gay. He just made a song. You want to watch the song with me?
Not really.
You want to
No, I want
No.
you want to react to it?
Not really.
I'm hungry.
All right.
Let's get food.
Peace out. Project Gacked in the house. I got a new hand sign. Oh, fuck.
Bro, man's about to start a war.
Fuck. I forgot it. But I'll see you guys next week on Couch Surfing, and hopefully we're still interesting.
Man just started a Rasengan there.
Yeah, I don't know what I was meant to do.
Chidori.
The fuck?